Hello and welcome to the Sports Centre YouTube channel. I'm flying solo this week because Carl is on a holiday. So let's get straight into this. I want to talk about England. Now, I know this is a hot topic. Everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's got an idea of what team Southgate should be playing, what tactics he should be playing. And I've waited. I didn't want to jump on a bandwagon too quick, so I've held back. I've bided my time. I wanted to see how we performed in the groups before I give my say. So here we go. Now, I think one of the main talking points has been Foden. Where we're playing Phil Foden and why is he playing out on the left? And do I agree with it? Absolutely not. The guy is one of the best technical ball-playing, call him midfielder, attacker, that England have probably ever produced. You know, never mind have on their books now, probably ever seen up to now. He's one of the best players that plays on the half turn. And by what I mean by that is, when he receives a ball from a Declan Rice, let's say, he's on the turn, he's on the spin, and I think that skill, that quality is so underestimated in football because you can take a whole line of a team's defence or midfield out with that just by receiving the ball on the half turn. And he's so good at that. And that is a reason why he has to be playing in the middle of the park. Now, I don't know if you hype back to our team selection. Me and Carl did a previous video on our team selection, and we both had Anthony Gordon starting on the left. Now, I still think he should be. I think the fact that he got brought on the other night against Slovenia for 4 minutes was absolutely stupid, but, you know, it is what it is. But what I will say is, everyone's crying out for runners in behind, runners in behind. Why haven't we got runners in behind? Well, it's all well and good saying that, but you've got to remember, in order to run behind a team's defence, you need space behind them. And against Slovenia, there was no space at all. They played a deep block. They played a low block. So therefore, there was no space in behind. So I get that everyone's crying out for a balance to the team, which I totally agree. We need a better balance to the team on that left-hand side especially. But I don't think playing Anthony Gordon out there, maybe in that game, would have benefited us because there was no space. There was no space to run in behind. Now, I do think that even still, putting Phil Foden in the middle would have benefited us more against Slovenia because he's a technician on the ball. He's great with the ball at his feet. You know, can he go past the player? Yeah, he can. But ultimately, he's good at seeing a pass, picking a pass, moving into the little pockets, moving into the space, and unlocking doors for the likes of Harry Kane or, you know, Saka on the other side. And this thing that Southgate seems to be quite stubborn and refuses to try out in playing Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham and Phil Foden as a midfield three. Now, I can't understand for the life of me why he won't try this, because we've gone into this tournament experimenting with the midfield. And by what I mean by that is Trent, you know, he played Trent in there. And I think we all know now that didn't work, albeit I will give Trent a bit of credit. Not credit, but a bit of leeway. The team didn't set up and play to his strengths. Trent can pick a ball. That's what and again, you need runners in behind to do that. But we don't play that, so therefore it seemed very pointless playing Trent in there when you're not playing to a player's strengths. So that didn't work. But my point being that Gareth Southgate experimented with the midfield. He's still experimenting with it now. He put Conor Gallagher in there. That didn't really work. He took him off at half-time. And, you know, credit where credit's due. We all moan and say he doesn't make changes. Well, he took a player off at half-time, and I can't remember him ever making changes, especially in a tournament, at half-time. So, therefore, if he's willing to experiment with that midfield still, I mean, no disrespect to Slovakia, but England should be beating them. We have got far better players to be beating Slovakia. So why not try Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham and Phil Foden as your midfield three? Why, Gareth? Why won't you try it? You know, you're trying all these other players in there. Everyone's screaming, the whole nation, and, you know, we ain't football managers. We're just people with opinions. But everybody's screaming for that. Try it. You know, I don't buy into this bullshit that you've got to be a 6, an 8, or a 10 nowadays. And Phil Foden will play the 10. Put him in 10. He's so technically gifted. Put him in the 10 role. So play the other two, Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham, behind him. And you say to those guys, right, guys, you two are, let's say, you're some of the best players in the world in them positions. You've got the footballing knowledge to know that if one of you goes, one of you stays. It's not hard. It's not difficult at all. But for whatever reason, Southgate just will not try it. And I don't understand why. Jude Bellingham has got the football intelligence to know that if England are getting counter-attacked after counter-attacked, he'll know, or give him some instruction, like, Jude, for 5-10 minutes, sit in, play a bit deeper, hold your position, let's capture the ball back, let's get possession back of the ball, and then we can go again. Then we can start advancing up the pitch. I don't understand for the life of me why you won't try that. And I think it would stop a lot of criticism, or it would stop a lot of the noise. You know, they're all talking about the noise now. We block out the noise in camp. But players hear it, you know. Harry Kane had not a lot to say, but he had a response about what Gary Lineker said, albeit I don't see a world in where any of the players can look at themselves in the mirror now and think, are we performing to the best of our capabilities? The answer is no. And whether it's they don't trust the manager, they're not following his instructions, I have no idea. But for the life of me, Gareth, I just think to give that midfield a try. I don't think there's anything to lose, and you've got everything to gain. Imagine going into the knockout stage of this tournament knowing that those midfield three, you know, potentially three of the best in the world at their positions, are our midfield. And there will be our midfield then for the next 2-3 tournaments. It seems like a no-brainer, but for whatever reason, the whole country, bar one person, is screaming out for it. And the one person is the one person that matters, and it's Gareth Southgate. And I hope that he tries it. Something else that I think he might try, which, again, I don't think I would. He put Kyle Walker to the left. Now, Kieran Trippier's done a great job there. He can play at left back, but he's not a left back. The whole team looks imbalanced with him there. You know, we're playing pretty much in 70-75% of the pitch because we don't play down the left-hand side. Foden comes inside. Trippier comes inside. So we are completely neglecting the left-hand side of the pitch. And that's an area where I think he's got to change. And that's where I think, you know, even if we're not playing against teams that come at us and leave space in behind, I think Anthony Gordon would be good for that because he plays there for his club. So therefore, or even Eze, you know, either one, I wouldn't mind either. I would prefer Anthony Gordon. I think he's got a little bit more to offer. I think Eze will come inside more often, which again gives you that imbalance. I think Anthony Gordon, he likes to switch it up. He'll go both ways. He'll keep the defender guessing all the time, and that's what we need. We need to get defenders going the other way now. We need to get players that want to, you know, Cole Palmer, they came on the other night. He wants to go at players, and we've got to take the shackles off a little bit. We've got to try something new because at the moment we all can see that this isn't working, and I fear that the backlash is just going to get worse and worse the more we keep playing like this. And that's one thing that I don't want to go back to. You know, in years gone by, the fans and the media that used to get on the England squad's back when they didn't perform, it was bad. You know, we've seen some bad examples, and you know, give credit where credit's due. Gareth Southgate has really brought some harmony not just to the squad, but to, you know, the likes of us, the mainstream media. He seems to have brought everyone together and everyone aligned in getting behind England. But you can just see the tides kind of turning with this tournament. And do you know what? I think it's because we're almost there. You know, we're almost there now. We've had a sniff at semi-finals and finals, which ultimately, from years gone by, we've never had. So we've almost tasted victory, and we want it so bad. You know, we all as a nation want to win a major tournament so bad, and the result of that is when we don't win or we don't perform in these tournaments, we tend to get a little bit angry, a little bit frustrated, and then obviously with social media now, everyone's opinion is at the forefront. So let's not give in on the lads too soon. Let's get behind the team. Let's hope that Southgate gives that midfield a try, because I think, honestly, if he does, I think that could be the key to our success. I really, really do. So let us know. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you later.